Our NGO, SME, and social enterprise support encompasses supporting non-profit organizations operate legally within the country. They operate in high-trust environments, requiring sound legal practices and governance structures within their systems. Failure to comply with the most basic legal requirements might compromise things to do with integrity, especially considering the high-trust environments in which they operate in. So if you're a non-profit organization, we can go through your pain points, understand where your concerns are coming from, and just help you align accordingly. This can include things like our initial conversation before you decide on which non-profit entity option you want to go for. There are various options in the country, including foundation, we have trust, we have non-governmental organizations. So we can just take you through the different entity types, and then we can just try and align which entity types aligns with your mission, your vision, and the level of impact you want to achieve. We just take you through the various options and help you settle on one. The most sensitive thing within these high-trust environments within which non-profits operate is the level of scrutiny with which partner donor organizations might want to engage with a non-profit. Whether foreign-based or operating just within Africa, they're very thorough in terms of onboarding non-profit partner organizations to help them maximize on their impact. They're going to look at everything, like starting from structure, like we've mentioned. Are you structured in the most appropriate way? Which entity type have you set up? Is it a non-governmental organization? Is it a company limited by guarantee? Is it a trust? Is it a foundation? And the option you've resorted to, can it help this partner donor organization realize its impact that it wants to achieve within the organization? They look at things like your books of account. Is the organization financially sound? Can it be able to deal with these large sums of money that are about to be injected or pumped into this partner non-profit entity? So there's a whole host of things they look at. We also have to things to do with your tax compliance. They also look at the board composition. How does the board composition look like? Is it balanced? Especially for gender-sensitive partner organizations, they might want to look at your board and decide before they inject funds into the organization, is it properly aligned and in line with the established principles? Some entities might want gender balance within the organization before they decide to work with you. Some partner organizations might even want to look at your data protection, compliance practices. How do you collect data? How do you handle data? Especially if it's a partner organization that deals with a lot of sensitive data, maybe people within vulnerable groups, and you might require these vulnerable communities to submit certain sets of information which are considered sensitive data within the Kenya data protection law framework. So definitely before you're onboarded or considered for funding, they must look at your data protection practices, and just to ensure that they are sound, compliant, and aligned with both international best practice and local best practice. So we can do a clean surgical legal audit just to ensure that your organization is well structured, is operating legally, and that there are no glaring gaps which a partner organization who might want to invest in the organization might flag, and you end up losing out on millions and millions of funding just because of a compliance issue that was overlooked. So we'll do a clean audit and help you structure in the most legally compliant way. We also note that non-profits sometimes engage a lot of foreign nationals. We'll take you through the ins and outs of the immigration process of how to obtain a work permit, and just to ensure that the process is as smooth and as seamless as possible. We are well versed with immigration matters, so we can lodge the applications for you and just ensure that it is successful and ultimately approved by the immigration department. We can also help you with your employment contracts, just to ensure that they are aligned with the current laws and regulations, and that there are no exposure levels. Employment matters can be quite sensitive, especially if contracts are poorly drafted, can leave organizations exposed if the contract is poorly drafted, or if the internal employment policies are not aligned with current laws and regulations and best practice. So we can also just take you through that. So if you're a non-profit and you are grappling with any of the issues that I've mentioned, you're expecting some donor funding and you're unsure if your organization is legally and structurally compliant, then by all means feel free to reach out to us, and we can help you just align everything based on existing laws and best practices. So by all means, feel free to reach out to us if you're grappling with any of the issues we have just mentioned. We'll help you do a clean audit and just ensure that your legal foundations are credible, compliant, and built to scale.